Good evening, class. And how are you enjoying your emergency break? I hope you are having fun. Today, we shall be talking about public opinion again. And I believe you all have the notes already. Now, let's start by defending public opinion. What is public opinion? Public opinion is a collective belief, judgment, or what a majority of people feel about a particular government decision or policy. Is that understood? Public opinion is defined as what me and you and majority of us believe concerning either a government decision that has been made already or a proposed law that is already before the National Assembly. Yeah? Is that understood? So, and don't forget, there are many ways by which public opinion has been able to influence government decision. Don't forget that sometimes in 1976, there is this debate going on about whether Nigeria should borrow money from the International Monument Fund or not. And the public opinion, the people of Nigeria spoke against borrowing from IMF. Also, it was also in record that there was one time that Nigeria government came up with the idea of legalizing abortion, and which Nigeria people kicked against totally. So those are the two examples on how public opinion has been able to influence government decision. Is that understood? Now, let's move to formation of public opinion. Formation of public opinion. Formation of public opinion. Now, formation of public opinion means how opinion of the people, how public opinion can be formed. And those factors and those things that can form public opinion. Number one is mass media. One is mass media. Don't forget, as you all know, that mass media play a vital role in forming public opinion. For instance, you can use mass media to decide what people are saying concerning what the government have said concerning a particular thing in the country. Take for instance, it was in the media we know about the recent amendment made by the Senate for making kidnapping as a terrorist act, which the penalty is death. So it's still this public opinion, and which the public opinion will be able to help us to know what people are really saying in concerning a particular issue going on in the country. As you all know, we have under this mass media, we have TV, we have television set, we have radio, and as you can see, you can go to any public place and start asking people like they used to do. That is their work, and start asking people about what is going on and asking about what they feel about what is happening in the country. Another one is rumors and gossiping. Rumors and gossiping. Rumors and gossiping. Don't forget, like some of you gossip a lot to the extent that it is what you hear them say that you just base your own opinion on, which is one of those ways by which public opinion have been formed in the recent in this country. So, and you know, citizens not well informed may not well informed may form their opinion from crime, from common rumors and gossiping. If you are not informed, you will definitely be deformed. And like I always said, don't form your own opinion on gossiping. But in this topic, we have rumors and gossiping as one of the ways by which some people are able to form their own personal opinion concerning any matter that is going on. Now, another one is pressure group. You all know that this pressure group, I believe there is no one that don't know the meaning of pressure group. They are not governmental organization, and they are there to protect the interests of their followers and the interests of their members. And to also make sure that there is good governance in the country. This organized social interest group, they are organized social interest groups that over the years are able to influence some government decision. Like there is one bill that was sponsored by one of them not too young to run, and escaped through, and now it has been signed into law. Another one is political parties. Political parties through their sentimental speeches and press conferences persuade people to form opinion on certain government policies or actions in their line. You know, they use propaganda in achieving this. You know, they will call for a press conference and start using sentiments in trying to form their own opinion concerning a government decision. And they do this to persuade the Nigerian people in order to bring down the intention of the ruling party. Another one is influential citizens. Influential citizen. Influential citizens like Professor Wole Soyinka and all these artists that you follow. So they also play a major role in forming public opinion. Citizens such as traditional rulers, intellectuals, artists like Davido, Witsi, and Burna Boy, and others influential citizens, not at the corridor of power, act as public opinion model in the country. You know, because of the huge amount of followers they have, you can just say something and their followers start believing that, okay, this is what the Witsi has said, and this is what I believe is true. He's saying the truth. No? So another one is lectures and symposia, ideas on matters of public importance, and expressed through holding of lectures and symposia. Lectures and symposia. Lectures and symposia. Ideas is all about the ideas on matters of public importance. This is where what is important in the country are expressed through holding of lectures and symposia. That is, they can just hold the lectures and start talking about what is currently bothering the country more, and they can just come out with their own opinion. Another one is government rule. Government rule, which is the last. Government rule. Government rule. The type of explanation and education of government gives to members of the public about its policies and actions go a long way in influencing public opinion. You know, like I've rightly said, if you are not well informed, you will be deformed. So that is why the idea of creating Ministry of Information in all the states and in the federal level was necessary, so that they will now be telling the public about what is going on, so that they will not go and be believing lies and what the opposition are telling them. So we have problems of public opinion. If you don't, because of our time, let's go to problems of public opinion. Problems of public opinion. Now, problems of public opinion include, number one, it may misdirect government in formulating policies and take action that may favor few citizens. This is one of the problems of public opinion. That is, if you rely on what the people are saying, you might not really be focused as a government. A lot of people might even kick against your policy. They might even form their own opinion. Just like we have rightly said, how people form opinion. Some people form their own opinion based on gossiping. So if government now rely on trying to base their own direction on what the people are saying, they might not really go far. So that's why it's now one of the problems of public opinion. That is, it may misdirect governments in formulating policies and take action that may favor few citizens. Another one is, it may obstruct smooth running of governments. It may obstruct smooth running of governments. This is number one. It may misdirect governments in formulating policies and take actions that may favor few citizens. That is why any government in power need to be very careful in making their decision. No matter the public outcry out there, they must be careful so that they will not go and make decisions that will favor just a few people, not because people are crying about a particular thing. Another one is, it may obstruct smooth. It may obstruct. It may obstruct. It may obstruct. Obstruct smooth running of government if members of the public are to be consulted in all. Take for instance, imagine me consulting you before coming to teach you. And you all know that some of you hate school and you hate lesson. If I consult you, that I won't even come here today, because some of you will not be interested in the lesson. So the same thing goes to the government. If they need to rely on public opinion, then it may obstruct smooth running of governments. Because if they have to be consulted before they make their decision. Another one is it may cause political instability. It may cause political stability. Political instability. Another one is because of our time. Another one is it may cause political instability as a result of protests and demonstration against an action of government timed to be against public opinion. Now, if government just base their rely on public opinion, maybe some people are protesting. They are take for instance, when just recently before you went home, there was this protest about releasing of Nnamdi Kanu, somebody that was charged by the federal government for making utterances that caused a lot of problem in the eastern part of the country, that led to a lot of life being lost. So I didn't being government just because they are protested that he should be released, they will now release him. You know, the other people that have been killed, they will not be happy. So that would be unjust to those ones. Another one is it wastes time and money in trying to ascertain public opinion. If you want to know the opinion of Nigeria now, it will take time, because you go to every crown of the country to ask them questions. So, and you have to spend money, at least you spend money and time. So that is the last on the public problems of public opinion. Another one is measurement of public opinion. How do you measure or determine public opinion? How can you form public opinion? Number one is opinion poll. This is a method of asking questions. Asking questions from a selected sample. Like you used to watch on TV. They will ask some people about what they feel about what is going on. That is what they call opinion polls. They will just select some people and start asking them questions. A selected sample of people, and their views are used to represent that of the entire population. This can be done with the use of questionnaires or by interviewers. You know, questionnaire, many of you might have seen questionnaire before. It's comprised of a yes or no answer. They will ask you some questions. It might be on girls' growth and education, you know, their safety, you know, things that they know you are going through. They will ask you questions about it. And it's not a very difficult question. It's just a yes or no question. That is how they measure public opinion. That is through opinion poll. Number one, measurement of public opinion. Number one is opinion poll. They will select some few numbers of people and start asking them questions. What do you think you should resume back and write your exam, or you should still stay at home? You know, I know that so many of you will say no. So, and interviewers like these press people, they can just come to your school and ask questions, and they can ask few staff and few students about anything that might be going on in the college. Another one is election. This one is common. This one is very common in our society. If you want to know who people really want, they use election to determine that. Election serve as a means of measuring public opinion on the popularity or otherwise of governments in a free and fair election. A government which public opinion favors wins such election and vice versa. Take for instance, in your class now, if you want to choose class captain, I don't know how you elect your own class captain, but when I was form teacher, I made sure people decide who will lead them as their class captain. They must do election. Whoever is interested will come up, they will vote. So that is how you know people's mind, who they really want through free and fair election. That is one of the measurements of public opinion. Another one is referendum. Some of you might be familiar with this. This is a method of referring a political questions or government policy to the electorate for approval or disapproval. Who are the electorate? We are the electorate. I'm not saying you because you are not up to 18 yet. And if you are up to 18, you might not even have your voters card to vote. So the electorate, they ask them question about political question for that matter, about some government policies, and they said that they approve or they disapprove. Just like just last week in the Senate, the Red Chamber, when they were arguing about this insecurity going on and all that. And you know, kidnapping is the major reason why they said you should go home. So they were not. In fact, it was a very tough topic in the floor of the Senate, where the senators were angry about how they kidnapped KB, some girls in one secondary school in KB State. And the funniest part, the governor made mention of withdrawing, that somebody ordered soldiers to withdraw from that environment before they can now kidnap those girls. Now they debated it. They now said they want to know who gave order for soldiers to withdraw. And in that same floor of the Senate last week, they decided that henceforth kidnapping is now a terrorist act, and whoever found guilty of the offense must be killed. There is no option of fine. For you to know how serious this matter is. So they ask in the Senate, before any law will be passed, they will ask they are the one representing us. We the electorate, we are the one that elected them to go and represent us. So any other vote we want to vote on, they will be the one casting those votes on our behalf. So in that same sitting, they all agreed that henceforth, they said the soldier that gave order that they should withdraw, that the troops should withdraw from the environment. They want to know the soldiers. And secondly, the act of kidnapping girls especially must be an act of terrorism. So, and from that last week is now a punishable offense, and the punishment is by death. So don't forget. Now I've told you is now another one is through mass media. Public opinion through mass media. Public opinion also measure or determine through news. People express freely in the mass media. You can, like this night news now, SA news or I don't know your favorite channel. You can tune into the news if they are talking about a particular thing, or they will ask people around. They will ask them around, and or if there is anything that government is doing, like just like the president just sent names of ambassador nominee, which is already attracting public discourse. It's everywhere now. Some people are saying they are not supposed to nominate so person. This they are not supposed to be there. They are just doing it to be. That is their own opinion. And and I don't think government needs that one, because they just have to be focused. Now another one is public response. Public response is the last here. Now public opinion can also be measured or determined through the way members of the public respond to government policies through mass protests and demonstration for or against such policy or program. Don't forget, I hope some of you still remember this NSAS protest that shaped the whole country, as if before some people hijacked it and they want to turn the country to something else. A protest supposed to be peaceful, but when it's now getting to something else, it's no longer protest, it's now violent. And that was what happened in the NSAS protests in this country. And I recall that the president listened, and they actually do what the protest, the leaders of the protest read as their demands. So that is those are the ways by which public opinion can be measured. In summary, let's also don't forget that public opinion is a collective views of judgments, or what majority of people feel about a particular government policy. I hope you will not forget this, and I believe you all have this in your notes already. Now, don't also forget that we have formation of public opinion, how public opinion can be formed. Number one is through mass media, through mass media include TV sets, radio, newspaper, magazine, and so on and so forth. Rumors and gossiping, the one that you know how to do more. Rumors and gossiping. Some people they will not even investigate. They will not even try to know whether the rumors they are here. I know that in every rumors there is element of truth, but it's not all. That is why we need to be careful about what we gossip about, and the rumors we spread across. Another one is through pressure group. These ones, they are not governmental organizations. Don't go define as government organizations. They are not governmental organizations that ensure that they protect the interests of their followers, and sometimes they influence they form their own opinion and influence the government's decisions. It has happened several times in this country. Another one is political parties, with their political propaganda. What is political propaganda? Political propaganda is when an opposition party, the intention of opposition party in bringing the intention of the ruling party down to nothing. They will make them look as if they are not done anything, as you can be hearing it on your TV and your radio set. That this government is this government is that, that is what they will always tell you. In fact, they are even having problems. Like the major opposition party now, they are having crisis. They are putting the blame on the ruling party. You can imagine that. They say it was the ruling party that destroyed their party, which is not true. There's no so let's also glance to influential citizens, like all those artists you follow, all these Wole Soyinkas, and then government role in trying to inform the government properly, the public properly, so that they will not be deformed. We also have problems of public opinion, which include, if you rely on public opinion, you will not have direction anymore. That's one. It will obstruct smooth running of government. That's two. It may cause political instability, and so on and so forth. Then, how can you measure public? This one is number one, opinion poll, elections, like I've said earlier. So I believe you all understood what we have been saying since morning, and I wish I can I have the room to allow you ask questions in case you don't understand any of the points we have explained. So I think we can call it a day now. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening. Don't forget